Chasing the sunrise. Here we go.
In this week's adventure, we're back at Chappie OHV Park in Shasta County, California, USA.
If you've been watching this channel for a while, you've seen me take on this trail before. The first time was definitely a strikeout. The second time, I had to wedge. This time, I'm bringing with me
The Natomas Community 4Wheeling group on Facebook.
Look at the mountains, sunrise, awesomeness. We're gonna go meet up with the group now, so I'm gonna start charging you up.
The 5:07 on Saturday morning. I'm gonna get up there before sunrise. I think maybe 3 or 4 hours before everybody else is gonna arrive, and I'm gonna do the full loop in reverse. And it's just like one of my top trails around my local area. It's gonna be a great day.
I love this back loop. This time, we're gonna try to go down it and meet up with the guys before we take on Trail 5 together. It's gonna be a wild ride, so let's get to it.
Cool. You guys probably want to see what's going on, don't you? Let's make that work.
As the shadows dance in my headlights and the sun just begins to break out, it's hard to actually see the size of this obstacle. But you know me, let's take the hard route.
It's not every day that I get to come out and play in the woods and go off-roading, and I guess we could call this overlanding too. But when I do get out here, I sure love to take in every moment and savor it as best as possible, and then share those moments with you. Yo! Ha, we did it.
Look at this. I think we should get the drone up. What do you think?
Just in time.
Something about this morning of just being in the moment, just to be right here, doing this, enjoying what I love. It all seems so ideally suited to shift perspectives, to capture a moment, to be with and without simultaneously, creating dualities. That's what it feels like when I'm out here. What a beautiful place. So this is what is formerly known as Hang Glider Hill, because of this ramp here. And apparently many moons ago there used to be hang gliders who would run and jump off that. All right, so we've got about 45 minutes to get down to the jump off for the meet and greet, and then to go up Trail 5. But since I already went up Trail 4 this morning, that means I got to go down Trail 5 if I'm going to be there on time.
It's been about a year since I've even been on this trail, and since I'm already up at the top, I need to get down as quickly and as safely as possible. Ain't nothing to do but to get to it.
There's no way around it at this point.
I had to really commit to this because I've only gone up this trail. So coming down was an entirely new experience for me.
There it is.
After that log roll, the trail really narrows up.
Initially, when Brian and I started planning this trip, he questioned why I would even need to winch up that section on Trail 5. Well, in reality, the shadows and the light, they just don't display the terrain correctly. I'm always thinking to myself, oh, that doesn't look too bad, until you get out there. And then
the trail's gotten, I don't know,
it's something
4 or
else.
5 times harder than it was when we initially went up it.
At least for this one, down was the easy part. That's what most people do on this one. All right, guys, so that's it. That's the downhill Trail 5 version with the 4 loop up Copley Mountain, sunrise, awesomeness. We're gonna go meet up with the group now, so I'm gonna start charging you up.
Looks like we met them just in time. We're all rallied up and starting to air down. First up is VJ with his red Rubicon with basically everything on it. If this Jeep isn't meant for hard trails, well, hell, I don't know what is.
It's like VJ took the magazine and he just like, take that. Has everything on it. All right, here we go.
Next up, we've got Scooter's FJ. This thing is a beauty and a classic. Scoots put a lot of work into this truck to keep it in mint condition. Well, for a trail truck.
The cool thing about these old classics is that the exhaust smells old-timey. It's really weird to explain.
Takes me back to the days of my neighbor's old 68 El Camino. Always loved it. Initially, when Brian first reached out to me, I thought, well, let's see what kind of vehicles they have before we commit to taking Trail 5 up. And once I saw what they had, I felt a lot more confidence in us being able to accomplish this.
Here we have Ted and his recently completed rock crawler. If I had to guess, it's been built for the serious and the hard trails. Well, Trail 5 shouldn't pose too much of a threat then. But let's see what it can do through this small rock garden.
Nice.
Next up was VJ. He had a little trouble at first, and once he locked his differentials, he crawled right over everything.
More driver. There you go, right there. Stand up.
Right after this section, he bugged out, and we got out of there. Heading up to the spot, one of the first things Brian told me was, well, this is a lot steeper than what it looked like in the video. The rocks were loose. It felt like marbles. Even walking up it, we were tripping and slipping all over the place. And this is where you really just got to put your foot into it and trust your parts. I really enjoyed watching VJ struggle out with this energy. It didn't make me feel so bad about trying to take it on the first time in my Tundra and having to winch up this last section. One of the big things you're not seeing is that this climb is inward slope, so it's constantly pushing your vehicle against the right hand of that. And there happens to be a large rock that sticks out that's perfect size to fit inside of your wheel. Definitely, that's where most of my wheel damage has come from, that one single rock.
God dang, look at that FJ work. With that short wheelbase, scooter just drives that right up. No problem, no drama. Just foot down.
Now I was up. I'll admit I was pretty nervous. Yeah, my heart was pounding. It was a lot more slick and a lot more rutted out than the last time I'd went. But this time, I've got those huge 37s. And they weren't about to take no for an answer.
Right underneath this passenger front tire. Okay, there he goes. Nice.
After a quick reset and locking up the front and the rear,
One more shot here.
it's go time.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yep, nice. Awesome.
Right past this section's another little bump. I shouldn't say a little, because it takes quite a bit to get up it.
Well, he's coming in hot.
And Richard here, he really just gave no f***s. So watch Richard send this.
Oh,
He's crazy.
Oh. Whoa. Oh, jeez.
You got it, brother.
Now, as hard as this little Ranger tried, without a locker in the front or large enough tires, it just couldn't make it
Really?
past this next spot.
There you go. There you go.
Nice.
Oh.
here we go with Ted. And it's just about time to let those big meats eat. Bring that rock crawler right up here, buddy. Let's see how it's done. As you can see, that inward sloped hill, man, it really just pushes you right up against the wall, pinches your rim right between that rock and a hard place. That's a fine piece of driving, guys.
What a great day. I had so much fun meeting up with the Natomas Community 4-Wheel Drive Club. Great guys, good friends, and lots of wheeling action.
Now, it may not look like much, but this is actually one of those tiny little obstacles that I worried about. It's outward sloped, and if you slip, you're going right off the edge.
Now I get it, his FJ makes this little ledge look like nothing, but I promise you, it's a lot larger than what it appears. And the whole thing is all sloped out, and you definitely feel like you could lose your pants at any time.
As we get closer to tying into Trail 4, we all just take a minute to sit back, have a chat, and enjoy some food.
A big shout out and a huge thanks to everybody of the Natomas Community 4-Wheel Drive Club. If you're in the greater Sacramento area and love to wheel, look them up. They're always up for an adventure and willing to bring new friends along. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Austin with WolfPac-Outdoors. I'll holler at you later.
Perfect.